Hey everybody, it's Barb Maddy again, stealing Darren's seat at the studio. Today I want to talk about how to build your hygiene program. This is a how-to show, so if hygiene, pay attention, doctors pay attention, whole team, pay attention if you would. Very oftentimes your doctor has hired AMP, and more times than not they want growth out of their hygiene program. What does that mean? Hygiene can grow the practice in two ways: treating periodontal disease and offering restorative care. Now for you hygienists, I'm going to be very careful about what I say and how I say it. Hygienists don't diagnose. We know that. But we sure can take a picture and warm things up. So that's what I want to talk to you about first. However, before I talk about that, let's go back to how to build your program through perio. Questions for you hygienists. Are you treating the periodontal disease that you see? Can't answer that, only you can. Are you doing bloody prophies? Can't answer that, only you can. At the end of your hygiene day, does your neck back hurt? If so, are you doing more effort for a patient, coding it healthy when it's really maybe not healthy? In addition to insurance doesn't pay for it, so I'm going to do it this way. Real quick, is that a benefit to the patient? Or should we sit a patient up after we see periodontal disease from what we're trained to do? You hygienists know what periodontal disease looks like, and you know when the conversation should be to treat it. 5s and above. 4s, you have a conversation of, I don't like what this looks like. 5s and above, you treat. Period. It's how we're trained. It's what's supported by our license. Do you sit that patient up and say, I can't do a healthy prophy for you today because you're not healthy? Even though your insurance covers it 100%, you're not healthy. What I can do for you today is this. It might be a 4346 code, a cleaning without bone loss. It could be a 4355 code, a debridement with bone loss. It could be you need SRP. Don't know what that is, but are you willing to sit that patient up and say, here's what you have. Your insurance may or may not cover it. I don't want you to lose your teeth. If you deny treatment today, you have the potential to move forward and lose your teeth. If you relate periodontal disease with cancer, you don't have cancer, but here's cancer, here's periodontal disease. They both travel the same way. You don't feel either one. Cancer, the end result is death. Periodontal disease, the end result is tooth loss. Are you willing to use those words with your patient to elevate value? That's the first part. The second part is, how can you build your hygiene program that you're doing through offering restorative treatment? Again, I didn't say diagnose. When you offer restorative treatment, let me ask you this question, and I've asked a lot of teams, so the teams that I've already asked this of, you're going to start laughing, I'm sure. How many of the patients out there, hygienists, do you see that are adult? And by the way, adult is when the second molar is fully erupted. It's not an age, it's a situation. Insurance companies will say it's an age. Not true. So how many of your adult patients have attrition? Either with an abfraction, occlusal attrition, facial surface attrition from rubbing, but how many of your patients have wear on their teeth? I think you'll probably say 95%. The following question is, do 95% of your patients hear an offering about a night guard, a protective night guard, especially if you're going to do that, have the heavier end on somebody in their 20s? Not that it can't be heavy in the 50s, but if you have somebody 25 years old and they have occlusal wear or abfraction starting, what value can you offer to them at 25 to save thousands of dollars of restorative dentistry that was ignored at 50? Does it make that night guard of $5 or $6 or $7 or $800 look pretty cheap? It does to me. So how willing are you to do that? There's one thing you could do to elevate value in your hygiene chair. How about preventive fluorides? You know that we talk about that a lot. Are you willing to look at your patient and say, do you never want to have decay again? It's modern dentistry. We can do that today. Then you could talk about a 5,000 part per million and varnish. If a patient is on 5,000 parts per million twice a day, brush your teeth twice a day, with this product, the strep mutans that causes decay can't replicate. Guess what? No decay. I hope you're on it. I'm on it. I'm a decay queen. I don't want any more decay. That's number two. Third way is, and these are teeny tiny things, why do we stop doing sealants after age 18, 19, or 20? Did all of you just look at each other and go, because insurance doesn't cover it? Well, question to you guys, is that groove on that tooth the same at 18 that it is at 30? Do you know the percentage that you have of decay, possible decay in that tooth anywhere in your mouth from 18 to death, if you live a long life, is 95%. You have a 95% chance of the breakdown of enamel in your mouth through your lifetime. Can we back up and seal a groove? Make it from a valley to a plateau so it's cleansable. We can do it under our license. We can have an assistant do it. The doctor doesn't have to do it. That brings value. The question is, are you willing to have that conversation outside of insurance? When I speak to hygienists and offer this, invariably they go in and patients say yes to treatment. Why are we doing that differently? The other part, and the final part, is in your hygiene chair, hopefully you have an intraoral camera and hopefully you're using it. Because if you take a picture of a cracked tooth, broken tooth, some kind of picture, some kind of lesion that you see, something, even if it's a healthy patient, are you taking a picture of healthy gums and selling your 6-month reason why and selling your why to that patient? I hope with every single patient you have 50, 60 minutes in most offices. How are you using that time? Is your TV on and you're watching The Price is Right? Or are you planting seeds for that patient because you took that picture, you have the picture up, the patient's still down. Are you spending that 20, 30 minutes? Hey, I wanted to tell you about something that I see. I took a picture, it's up there, I'm going to show you in just a minute. You know, in dentistry, things don't hurt until it's too late. You have a tooth in your mouth that's broken. I don't know if you know that. It's got 3 fractures on it. I can't diagnose, I don't have that license. However, I think our doctor's going to come in and go, ooh, I don't like the way that looks, because what he's going to say probably is, that tooth is broken, it's fractured in 3 places. Please fix it yesterday, because if you don't, we're looking at a crown or a root canal or a buildup, maybe all 3. If you choose to fix it before it breaks, you're looking at a crown. Expensive, yes. But do you know what a crown and buildup and a root canal costs? Even more than the cost. What is the future of that tooth? Dentistry is always preventive and predictable. I won't say always, most of the time. Preventive and predictable. So what are you doing in your hygiene chair during that Price is Right time, if you would? Are you willing to turn the TV off and be the clinician that your license supports? I hope you do. Your doctor will love it. How about if your doctor, you get so good at what you do and you have so much restorative treatment coming out of your chair every day, he's going to be nervous about you quitting rather than you being nervous about maybe he doesn't keep me. Boy, can we change those roles. So go ahead and try it. Okay, I'm done stealing Darren's chair. See you next time, 10 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Mountain. Bye, everybody.
What if you could have the practice of your dreams? What's holding you back? Imagine a life where you have everything you ever wanted.